Okay, the last time that I came on this podcast was a few months ago, and here I am. Okay, so I'm doing this crazy experiment, which is experiment 2.0, because 2025 was a year of experimenting on my podcast. I only did one episode a month as part of an experiment. And 2026, I was like, how far can I take this experiment? Like, how far can I really take it? Now, I don't want to review too much about what is involved in the 2026 experiment because I try not to ruin the results of my research, right? So if I give too much away, then it could mess things up, and I really want to keep this research as true and as unbiased as I possibly can, so it's actually helpful to you. So what I found from my 2025 research was this: my downloads plummeted, like, by a lot. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but like, they plummeted. Okay. But okay, the people that were listening to my podcast, they were more engaged. They actually like listened more of the episode. Now, last year, what I did was I had a series. So I would release an episode on the first of every month, and the series had a beginning, a middle, and an end. So it wasn't just like sporadic episodes. And I got really good feedback from the people that were engaged with my podcast. My sales did not plummet. So my downloads plummeted, my sales did not. My business still grew. Now, when it came to the 2026 experiment, my downloads plummeted compared to like 2 years ago, but it did not plummet from the year before. So it stayed pretty solid compared to last year, which is great, which tells me that even though I am not showing up consistently on my podcast, there's no rhyme or reason to how and when and how often I show up this year, my downloads are still consistent with last year, and my business has grown over last year. So, what is the big takeaway for you? Your podcast is a gold mine, okay? Especially if you have been doing what I preach, right? So, if you are SEO optimizing your podcast, if you are creating evergreen content, and if you're selling on your podcast is going to work for you, okay? Now, if you're just podcasting for the sake of podcasting, you just, feel inspired and talking about things, and you're not selling and you're not SEO optimizing, like, it's not going to work for you. No matter how hard you try, a podcast is just not going to work for you. Now, here is the big thing that my podcast experiment has exposed about the copy and paste culture. It's that somebody out there is trying something, and other people are watching and observing, and they're copying that person. And like, to the point where nothing works anymore because everybody's looking the same, everybody's doing the same thing, everybody's applying the same strategy. Meanwhile, if you were to stop and look around and like take a weekend to just observe what's going on, you would know that if you did something that's just like 1% different, like, you would really stand out. If you actually understood human psychology, which was actually something that I talked about in my last episode here, like, you can just show up and do something like slightly different, and that makes you stand out. That makes you a thought leader because you're standing out from the crowd. Okay. Now, if you are somebody who cares a lot about numbers and visibility and, basically the vanity metrics, then like, this is gonna be really hard for you. But I've always been somebody who prefers, like, I prefer a small crowd of people that are gonna listen to me and, practice like the things that I preach, which are the things that I practice myself, over a ton of people giving me likes and comments and shares, and just like not moving forward with their podcast or their business in general. So I know a lot of people are very scared right now about AI, and they have been scared for a while, because when you look around at in this online marketing landscape, like, things have changed dramatically. The way that we show up, the way that we do business, the way that we sell is so different now, because at the end of the day, if you were selling something that now AI can help you do and implement, there's not really a reason to hire you anymore, right? But if you do something that's just like slightly different, right? Like, you don't need to pivot your business entirely. It's a matter of a tiny tweak that you can make that's going to unlock so much growth for you. So don't feel afraid of AI taking over your job. You just literally need to change a few things here and there, and you're going to see results. Like, mark my words. So, what is it right now that you can do to help people so that you're actually standing out in this age of AI and being a thought leader? Because really, in this age of AI, it's you being a thought leader that's going to help you stand out, that's going to help you have a business that grows. It's not you thinking about like, what bot can I create that I can then sell so that, people love it. Because let's be honest, I know people are having like this AI fatigue, like the graphics, the copy, everything is just the same. And people are just so tired of it. And listen, I use AI. I'm not here to bash AI. I use AI, right? But I'm not using AI like most people are using AI, right? So again, it's not about you incorporating AI into your business and having like, you upload your brain into AI and now you sell that bot or whatever. It's about you being more human and doing things just like a little bit differently. Those are the things that are going to help you stand out. And that is the biggest takeaway that I got from my podcast experiment, is that you don't need to do anything crazy. Like, let me just tell you that me doing my podcast experiment alone, I had so many people reach out to me and ask me like, hey, should I just start doing monthly podcasts? Because I see you're doing it. Like, should I do that too? Right? Because people are watching, they were like Juliana is doing something very different and it's working for her. Should I do that too? Which brings me to my next point, which is the copy and paste culture that I was talking about. Just stop idolizing people and idolizing their strategies. Like, yes, you can take bits and pieces of things that you like and apply that to your own business. But it's not a matter of, you copying what everybody else is doing. It's really you thinking, like, what it comes down to is, what am I about? Like, what are my values? What are my morals? And how can I bring that forward? How can people see that part of me in my content and how I show up in business and how I live my life that inspires them to come and work with me? It's really that simple. It's not about like pivoting your business entirely and doing this crazy thing. Just keep it simple. Like, that's the biggest takeaway. Keep it simple. At the end of the day, the online business, like the way that you make money online, it's quite simple, which I'm going to have a whole other episode on that. But that's it. Like, stop overthinking this thing. Stop fearing AI. Use AI to your advantage to help you get better at things, but don't use AI to just do everything for you, because you being a human, it's what's going to set you apart. Okay. So the biggest takeaway from my experiment is that you being you and you just being open and willing to try things out, that is what's going to set you apart in this age of AI and beyond.